Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back. Kellen here with Droid Life. So I've got in front of me today the Samsung Galaxy S7 Active. So as you guys know, AT&T every year comes out with an active version of a Galaxy S device. This is the newest. Yes, it's also an exclusive. Nobody else gets it. But it's also one of those lines of phones we tend to like, so we always try to take a look at it. So let's do it. Here's an unboxing of the Samsung Galaxy S7 Active. So we will have an official full review of this thing eventually, but for now, we just want to give you guys the first look, sort of react to it, all of that good stuff like we always tend to do with new phones. So, AT&T's packaging, since this is an unboxing, is honestly, it's some of the, I don't want to say the worst because that sounds harsh. We're talking about packaging here, but it's just so simple and so AT&T. But anyway, this is the box. Here's the phone. Well, I guess we can show you what else is in there. So quick start guide, obviously. Here's a SIM. There are lots of DirecTV stuff because AT&T really wants you to start signing up for DirecTV. This is the transfer tool, which came with the Galaxy S7 as well. So you plug this into one phone, USB into the other, attach them, and you can transfer stuff around. There is a USB cable. It does have quick charging. Here's a SIM tool. And there is your adaptive fast charger. So sort of typical stuff. And again, they really want you to get into DirecTV. So let's put the box way over there. Here is the phone. So the phone comes in 3 options in terms of colors. This is the green camo. Let's take all these stickers off, because as you guys know, I do not like stickers. Okay, so, and yes, don't text and drive. So this is the green camo version. So camo, and of course it's camo, but it's kind of that digital style since this is a piece of technology. There's also a gold version, which is like a tan. It's almost like desert camo style. And then there's just a gray version that isn't camo. It's just sort of gray. But this is the green version, and it does have just sort of subtle hints of green all over. It looks like an Active, but as you see right there, Galaxy S7 Active. So this is the new one. I do not know what that strip is there other than maybe FCC stuff like that, in case you were wondering. And that's not a sticker I can take off. That's all the markings for all of these certifications or whatever it got. So let's see. Just so you guys know, I do have an S6 Active on hand. In case you were curious, the differences just quickly. So here is an S6 Active. So you can see the button setup has changed a little bit, and this new version does actually have a fingerprint reader right here, and this one did not. But otherwise, they look pretty similar. Obviously, you got that sort of screw look here on last year's version. You don't have that here, but anyway, that's the S6 Active. So back on this guy. So in terms of specs, like the last year's, it's packed full of Galaxy S7 specs. So it's basically Galaxy S7, but it's been given this outer coating, toughness, and a massive 4,000 milliamp hour battery. But you still have the Snapdragon 820 on the inside powering it, 4 gig RAM. You have the 5.1 inch Quad HD display, and it is an AMOLED this year. In previous years, they've gone with LCDs. I'm not exactly sure why, but we do have an AMOLED this year, and again, it is Quad HD. They're saying it's shatter resistant. I don't know that I'm fully buying the shatter resistant. Like Motorola came out with the Droid Turbo 2 and it had a shatter resistant display, and you could chuck that thing everywhere. It basically was a plastic layered display, and you really couldn't shatter it because you can't really shatter plastic. This thing, it says you can drop it from up to, I believe it's 5 feet, and it should withstand a shatter. So don't drop this from 20 feet or chuck it against a building. You could shatter the display, but they are saying shatter resistant. It has 32 gig of storage, but you do have micro SD support. Up to 200 gigabytes. You have the same 12 megapixel dual pixel camera on this as you did with the regular S7. And you also have your heart rate monitor there, flash. On the front, you do have a 5 megapixel camera. So again, same deal there. You have fast wired charging and also wireless charging. So we do have wireless charging built in here. Again, that 4,000 milliamp hour battery, which is huge. So the Galaxy S7 Edge, which is a big phone, 5.5 inch display, I believe, has a 3,600 milliamp hour battery. The Droid Turbo 2, which is also a big, thick phone, I believe has a 36 or so, or maybe it's 3750. I can't really remember. But we're in the 4,000 category here. So this phone, it's thick. It's not ridiculously thick, but it's thick, and 4,000 milliamp hour. I cannot wait to go do some battery tests there. It's got IP68 water and dust resistance, so you can soak this thing, dunk it in a pool, whatever you want, just like the Galaxy S7. Military grade body. So this is supposedly military grade protection on the outside. And I mean, it's packed full of everything you need here. Again, though, AT&T exclusive. You see the branding there. It does have pretty wide band support. It will not work on Verizon, in case you were wondering. Let's fire it up, though, and just talk a little bit more about the stuff. So Galaxy S7 active. And I'm imagining, well, I'm not even imagining, I'm just going to assume that when I fire this up, it's just going to hammer me with DirecTV promotions on signing up and all of that stuff. In terms of tour of the outside, so up top here, hello AT&T, you have a headphone jack up top. That's noise canceling mic. It does say Qualcomm 4G. On this side, we have volume rocker. And then if you're wondering what this button is, it's not a power button. That's actually the active key, I believe they call it. And you can customize this key to do things like launch a calculator, or launch your S Health app, or launch whatever. You can customize that to do some different things depending on how many times you hit it and long press on it and things like that. On this right side, there is your actual power button there. On the bottom, micro USB. So we don't have USB type C or anything like that here. And there is your bottom firing speaker. On the back, we already talked about camera and all of that stuff. So if we go back to the front, though, well, you can see always on display is included here. And we have 3 physical buttons. So when you talk about differences from the regular S7, you do have 3 physical buttons. So your app switcher, your back button, and then the home button. And this home button, as you can see, really does have a fingerprint reader in there. So that, again, that was missing from the S6 active, but we do have it in the S7 active. So let's swipe to unlock here. So it's Samsung's TouchWiz. You know, you're not gonna get anything different other than the TouchWiz they always ship. And hey, look at that! If you swipe that down, the first notification you get is DirecTV. So swipe. Can I not swipe that away? I apparently cannot swipe that away out of the box. I probably have to go through who knows how many hoops to get rid of that. But, you know, this is, oh, there's a giant DirecTV widget. Thank you, AT&T, for telling me about DirecTV. So TouchWiz, you guys get it. You can theme it, whatever you want, customize it. It's TouchWiz, you get that. You can see there's quite the bezel running around the whole phone. And again, that's probably just because there's all this added protection. If you want to see what it looks like next to an S7, so here's a regular Galaxy S7. Okay, so size-wise, you know, they have the same display and the same specs other than that 4,000 milliamp-hour battery, but then there's also that military-grade protection outside of the S7 active, so you can see just how much bigger it is. And then if we look side by side, you can see that thickness with that extra battery and protection again there. On a flip over to the back, pardon my fingerprints. You know, similar size, but definitely the active is going to be bigger just because of that battery and protection. But specs are all the same. The headphone jack, though, is up top, whereas on the S7, it is on the bottom. So, you know, that's just been a quick unboxing. We will, again, this is just going to become my phone going forward until we review it. So I'm going to hammer on this thing, take it for runs, get it wet, do whatever I can to totally try to destroy it and give you guys the best impressions I can of it. Really excited about the 4,000 milliamp hour battery. We talk about 2-day battery life and how we all want more than 1 day. This could be one of those phones that gets us there. So anyways, we have the Galaxy S7 active now in-house. If you guys have comments, questions, want us to check out anything in particular, we can do that. Otherwise, we're Droid Life. Peace.